tunnel cube. This is our final product. This is what you're gonna create. It's pretty easy as long as you follow the instructions. If you don't, you're gonna wind up with some weird wonky shapes that are not this, and you'll become a bit frustrated, right? So I tried to break this down for the easiest way that works. I've taught this to people using this exact method, and everybody has been able to complete the project very quickly. This should take 10 to 15 minutes at the most. That's the amount of time you can expect to put into this little project to create this little work of art. Tutorial on the tunnel tube created by the mathematical artist George Hart. This is going to require 12 of these cards that are specially cut. Right, we see we got an angle here, comes out the corner. Right, and then on the sides we have this one and this one. And it's inverted symmetry on this one. As always, when you begin any of these polyhedron things that we do, I'm gonna just make sure that this is completely free. So we just pull it apart like this, never like that. So we just pull it apart, make sure they're free all the way around, and we're good. Right. You'll also notice that from this corner to this corner, there's a light score on here, right? Let's see if we can get it to show up, right? And for that, we'll just follow it, right? Once we put enough stress on it, it'll break along that line and fold into this position. So we want to do that to all 12 cards, right? So it's going to look weird, right? It's going to be folded halfway, right? And to begin this, we'll take 2 cards and put them together. Okay, to put these together, it's always going to be the corner going into a side. Now, generally when we do these, we're using flat cards, so you're just working with 2 planes. This is a little more difficult because we're using 4 planes, because we have this one, this one, this one, and this one, right? So as we come through, if you keep this one folded, it'll make a lot more sense to you on how they interlock. So here we have 2 cards put together. Now that we have 2 pairs of cards assembled, we're going to bring them in to form a square, right? So when we do that, it's going to look like this. Right? So the method is exactly the same. It just becomes a little confusing the first time you try this. But if you preemptively look at your setup, right, we know that this card is going to go onto this side. So let's do that one right now. So we got the 1. Now there's only 1 option left, so we know that one goes in here. And here we've made our square tube. Right? We're going to repeat the process. Make 2 more pairs and make another one of these. Now that we've made 2 of these, we can rotate it to see that we're almost there, right? And because this includes 8 cards, it means we only need to install 4 more. So by rotating this and coming in to see our cube shape, right? That means we need to add cards to connect this together. There's only 4 more. There's 4 sides of this cube because these 2 are complete. So that means we're going to put a card on either side. So the easy way to do that is this, right? We're going to take our 4 card piece. We're going to add 2 pieces to it, right? So we get this shape. So in doing that, we're going to do opposite corners, right, to install this. So there's 1, right? We connected to this one, so we'll put the next card on this side. Okay, so we're going to do this to the other 4 side. Now that we've done this to both sides, we have our 4 cards together on the bottom with 2 cards coming out the top in opposite corners. If we push this in together, we could see how this is going to form. This portion is slightly more difficult just because you have all 12 cards in hand, but if you work on a table, it should be a bit easier. Right. We see that we have this corner and this side, this corner and this side. So we'll put those together first. Okay, so that one's together. Right. Now I can work my way around the cube, attaching each piece as I go. So now I have my cube assembled, right? George calls this the tunnel cube because here we have this tunnel, this tunnel, this tunnel, and this one, right? As well as this one and this one. So there are 6 square tunnels. And then as we look through the corners, we have these triangular tunnels, right? And so there are 8 of those, 6 squares and 8 triangles that make up this tunnel cube. Now I've got everything assembled. I'm just going to go through and check every side to make sure everything is locked in the way it should be, right? At the same time, I'll straighten out any little bends I put in the piece, right? Just to get it looking as nice as possible. Right? And right here, see one of my little hookups has kind of slipped out, so just make sure I get that back in place, right? And it instantly makes this look a little bit better because it's where it's supposed to be. This one's also slipped out, right? Just keep moving around. And everything is where it's supposed to be, right? So I can kind of get a feel for that because it doesn't want to compress, right? That makes it kind of indicative that things are where they're supposed to be, but your visual cues are the most important because it's something people look at. So as you go through, just make sure it's all hooked up. Anyway, that's a tunnel cube.